the SEC has done it again, delaying its decision on XRP and Solana ETFs, leaving investors and the entire crypto market in suspense. But this isn't just another bureaucratic stall. With growing pressure from lawmakers, shifting regulations, and a major shakeup at the SEC, this decision could change everything. If approved, these ETFs could open the floodgates for institutional investors, pushing crypto further into the mainstream. But the SEC's hesitation raises a bigger question. Why are they really delaying? Is it just about regulation, or is something else happening behind the scenes? Adding to the uncertainty, the SEC is about to get a new chairman, and the crypto community is watching closely. Could this leadership change finally push crypto ETFs forward? Or are we looking at even more roadblocks? Meanwhile, XRP and Solana investors are on edge. Prices are fluctuating, analysts are speculating, and the market is waiting for a clear signal. But what does this delay really mean for the future of crypto? Is this a sign of bigger regulatory battles ahead, or could it be a setup for a major breakthrough? One thing is clear. The stakes have never been higher. And if history has taught us anything, it's that in the world of crypto, delays like this are never just delays. Let's break down what's really going on. To understand why the SEC's delay matters, you first need to know what ETFs are and why they're such a big deal for crypto. Exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, are investment vehicles that track the value of an asset or group of assets. They're traded on traditional stock exchanges, making them more accessible to everyday investors. For years, ETFs have been a staple in traditional finance, allowing people to invest in commodities like gold or sectors like tech without directly owning those assets. But when it comes to crypto, ETFs could be a game changer. Why? Because they would allow institutional investors, like hedge funds and pension funds, to gain exposure to digital assets in a regulated, familiar way. And that could mean billions of dollars flowing into the crypto market. We've already seen what happened when Bitcoin ETFs got approved. Prices surged, institutional interest skyrocketed, and crypto took a giant step toward mainstream acceptance. Now, investors are wondering, could XRP and Solana be next? But here's the catch. The SEC hasn't exactly been crypto-friendly. For years, they've delayed, denied, and scrutinized applications, claiming concerns over fraud, volatility, and investor protection. So, is this latest delay just more of the same, or is something bigger happening? That's where things get interesting. The SEC's latest decision, or rather lack of a decision, has left the crypto world in limbo. On March 12th, the Commission announced yet another delay in reviewing applications for XRP and Solana ETFs, pushing the timeline even further into 2025. For investors hoping for a green light, this was a major disappointment. But the real question is, why the hesitation? The SEC claims it needs more time to evaluate the risks and potential market impact of these ETFs. This isn't new. They've used the same excuse for years, rejecting or delaying applications over concerns like market manipulation and investor protection. But critics argue that these delays are more about control than caution. After all, Bitcoin ETFs were finally approved. So why is the SEC dragging its feet on XRP and Solana? Some believe this is just a stall tactic, a way to avoid making a decision until the agency has clearer guidance on how to regulate crypto. Others speculate that the SEC's stance on certain digital assets, especially those it considers securities, plays a role in these repeated delays. But here's where things get even more complicated. This decision isn't happening in a vacuum. With major changes coming to the SEC's leadership, this delay could signal a much bigger shift in the agency's approach to crypto. And that's where the real story begins. The SEC's latest delay isn't just about XRP and Solana. It's happening at a time when the agency itself is facing a major shakeup. With President Trump set to nominate Paul Atkins as the new SEC chair, everything about the Commission's approach to crypto could change, and that might explain why they're stalling on these ETF decisions. Atkins is known for his pro-business, regulation-light stance. Unlike current SEC leadership, which has taken a hardline approach to crypto, Atkins has historically supported financial innovation. Some experts believe that if he takes over, we could see a complete reversal in how the SEC handles crypto ETFs. In other words, the delay might not be a rejection. It could be a strategic move to push the decision into a more crypto-friendly administration. This wouldn't be the first time politics played a role in regulatory decisions. The SEC has long been caught between lawmakers pushing for clearer crypto regulations and those who want tighter control over the industry. With the 2024 election shaking up Washington, the agency's stance on digital assets is more uncertain than ever. So, could this delay actually be a good thing for XRP and Solana investors? If a new SEC chair is more open to crypto ETFs, we might see approvals that would have been impossible under the current leadership. But for now, the waiting game continues, and the market is feeling the pressure.
Do you want to learn how to get familiar with crypto? You've heard about them before, but you've never considered having a real approach to them. Give me 30 seconds to convince you. Deposit $100 and get up to 50 USD in rewards. Verify your account, deposit, and start trading to maximize your bonuses. Are you still insecure? At Bybit, the more you deposit, the more you earn. With your first deposit and trade of just $500, you can get an instant $50 bonus. And if after all this I still haven't convinced you, I suggest you try the app. Because Bybit is not just an application, but a reality.
The SEC's delay didn't just frustrate investors, it sent shockwaves through the crypto market. Almost immediately after the announcement, XRP and Solana saw increased volatility. XRP dropped by nearly 4.5%, while Solana experienced its own price swings as uncertainty took hold. But here's the thing, this reaction isn't just about short-term price movement, it's about the bigger picture. Investors are now left wondering, is this delay a sign that the SEC will eventually reject these ETFs? Or is it just a strategic pause before an approval under new leadership? Some analysts argue that the SEC's hesitation reflects deeper concerns about how crypto fits into the traditional financial system. Others believe it's just a matter of time before ETFs for assets like XRP and Solana get the green light, following in Bitcoin's footsteps. But here's where things get even more interesting. Big players in the market aren't backing down. Despite the delay, institutional interest in crypto remains strong, and firms behind these ETF applications are pushing forward, believing approval is inevitable. So what happens next? Will the market continue to fluctuate as uncertainty lingers, or will we see a major shift in sentiment if regulators start to ease their stance? One thing is certain, this delay has only added fuel to the speculation, and all eyes are now on the SEC's next move. This delay isn't just about XRP and Solana, it's a reflection of a much bigger problem: the ongoing regulatory uncertainty surrounding crypto in the US. The SEC's reluctance to approve these ETFs sends a clear message to the industry. Crypto still exists in a legal gray area, and regulators are in no rush to change that. For years, the crypto industry has been fighting for clearer guidelines, but instead, it's faced delays, lawsuits, and shifting policies. The rejection of past ETF applications, the crackdown on crypto exchanges, and now this latest delay all point to one thing. The SEC is still hesitant to fully embrace digital assets. But why? Some believe the agency wants full control over crypto before allowing institutional investors to dive in. Others argue that the government is simply buying time, waiting for new laws to shape how digital assets are classified and regulated. Either way, the message is clear. Crypto isn't out of the regulatory woods yet, but this delay could also be a turning point. If a more crypto-friendly SEC emerges in the coming months, we could see a wave of approvals that change the game. The question is, will the industry be forced to wait even longer, or is a breakthrough just around the corner? The next few months will be critical, and whatever happens next could shape the future of crypto for years to come. The SEC's delay on XRP and Solana ETFs is more than just another bureaucratic roadblock. It's a sign of the deeper uncertainty surrounding crypto's place in traditional finance. Whether this is just a stall tactic or a setup for a future approval, one thing is clear: the decision could change everything. With a potential shift in SEC leadership and growing institutional interest, the landscape is evolving fast. If pro-crypto voices gain influence, we might see a wave of ETF approvals that push digital assets further into the mainstream. But if regulators continue dragging their feet, crypto could face even more hurdles before gaining full legitimacy in the financial system. For now, investors are left in limbo, watching every move the SEC makes. Will XRP and Solana follow Bitcoin's path and finally get ETF approval? Or will regulators keep pushing back, leaving the crypto market stuck in uncertainty? One thing is for sure, the next few months are critical. As regulations shift, leadership changes, and markets react, the crypto industry is at a turning point. And whether this delay leads to a breakthrough or another dead end, the stakes have never been higher.
If you haven't already done so, visit our website. You will find the link in the description.